Aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper?
What's up, nerds? Welcome to another episode of the Multiverse Report. Tonight we are recapping the week's and last week's nerdy news from New Genesis to Geonosis and everywhere in between. My name is Mike Gibson. I was Steve Haller. What's up, Steve?
Me sleeping last week, because that's what kept us from recording. Someone on this podcast decided to pass out in their chair after a long weekend.
Yep.
It was like 9 o'clock, I think. I was just sitting in my chair, and I woke up to 4 or 5 texts from Mike saying, "Hey, buddy, you okay? We recording? No? Okay.
I guess we're not doing this week, are we? Yeah.
What's happening?" So, yeah. That's where we were last week. Though, if you are following our other podcast, we did drop an episode of Haven't Seen Star Wars. Go check that out. We did our original trilogy recap show, which it's kind of insane that we're through the original trilogy at this point. But basically, we all got together in person and talked about Star Wars. Because Mike and I don't talk enough about Star Wars.
It's great. It was just great. Super fun episode. Alex and Amber kind of share their thoughts on where they are in their fandom, what they're hoping to get out of the upcoming prequel trilogy, and all of that. So it's definitely worth checking out. It's very cool. It was very cool to do it in person. We're going to be doing in-person wrap-up episodes between each trilogy, so this is the first one of those. Check it out. It's a lot of fun. And speaking of being off a week, Haven't Seen Star Wars will be off tomorrow. We'll be off this week.
Yeah.
We're taking weeks off in between each trilogy, so we can kind of like give ourselves some room to catch up on our recording schedule, which we're a little bit behind on. Not gonna say where we are necessarily, but need a little bit of time. So we're off this week, but we'll be back on the 15th, June 15th, with our episode on Star Wars Episode 1, Phantom Menace.
Mm-hmm.
So big change in the Star Wars universe as far as at least our podcast goes. Check out Haven't Seen Star Wars. It's 5 episodes out right now on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts, Apple, Spotify. You can listen to all of them there, and we really appreciate it. Super fun podcast. And we were having, just in case anyone is watching live or listening after the fact, we were having some weird audio technical issues. So let us know how it sounds if anyone's there.
Richard and Brian aren't complaining about the audio, so we should be okay.
Okay, good. Thank you, Richard and Brian, for being here. Appreciate it. Bit of a late start, and that's trying to iron out some audio issues.
Brian literally just complained about that.
The late start? Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Brian, we are both internally complaining about it as well. Both of us probably wanted to be starting this 40 minutes ago, but here we are.
100%.
Anyway, well, the other thing is, like, it's okay that we didn't do last week, I think, because there wasn't a ton of news this week.
No. Wasn't much last week.
I kind of feel like, I kind of feel like more and more with, like DC like has announced a lot of stuff. And sometimes James Gunn will drop like a ton of things. But like, he's not someone that's just constantly like giving updates or whatever. And Marvel has certainly slowed down their production. They're kind of all in on Doomsday. So there's no like teases, there's no like real big announcements and stuff that's happening on the Marvel side, really, either. Star Wars, is kind of the same. Like, we know what's in production, we know what's not in production, and there's just this is not a giant I kind of feel like it's been trending this way for a while. And is this just, do you think this is just like a new normal when it comes to like superhero movies? Is this a fallout of superhero fatigue, quote unquote? Like, what's up?
I
don't know.
wonder if this is because there's so much big that just came out and so much big that's coming. Whether we see, quick on the docket, we've got Spidey and Supergirl, and then later in the year, some big drops with, those are big enough drops, but like, they come back swinging with another Avengers movie. You've got Dune.
Yeah.
You've got next year, you've got Starfighter coming. Like, is this...
Batman's next year.
Yep. Do we take a breath and maybe we see a bit of a lull until Comic-Con?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe they don't want to. They've been shoving things down our throats for a lot of years. Maybe it's like, all right, let's take a breather until a major event to, toss something out there. Who knows if that's what's actually happening, but it definitely, it kind of trended that way last year too. If you remember, some of those summer episodes we had were pretty light.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like it has been trending this way. And I think part of it is, yes, Marvel is all focused on Doomsday. And, we did get a lot of exciting news regarding like Spider-Man when they were announcing cast and the trailer came out and stuff. Like, there's highs still, but I don't know, they're playing things more close to the chest. And I think, we started this podcast not long after, Avengers Endgame came out.
Yeah.
And
wow.
We're still, isn't that crazy? Or maybe it was 2021, like, I don't know, but still, like, a couple years after, like, people were still real hot on the MCU, and we were like wondering what they were going to do next and what's coming. And so, we're talking about it. We're theorizing. The actors are getting asked these questions, so we're reporting on what they're talking about and stuff. And, for a while, like, Warner Brothers was announcing all this, like, J.J. Abrams is producing a Black Superman movie starring Michael B. Jordan, all throwing all this stuff at the wall to like see if that. Yeah, we're making a Zatanna movie and we're making a this and we're doing like they're just lots of announcements, and the announcements are like more few and far between now, I guess, and they do center around a D23 or a San Diego Comic-Con or something like that.
Yep.
More often than not. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But one thing that we did get last week, anyway, so everything we're talking about tonight was announced last week. There was really nothing that came out this week that was like worth talking about. I think there wasn't really. I didn't see any big news stories. We did get a final trailer for Supergirl, although I didn't watch it because I'm already sold on Supergirl and I don't need to watch that. But
we did this week get the trailer for the Wolverine game.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. I guess I didn't watch that because I guess I didn't realize it was different than the stuff we had seen before. We got a teaser.
Oh.
But then I did see part of it. That was different, and then I guess I didn't realize it was a full like trailer for it. So.
Oh no, it's more gameplay, and it's hot damn, like if you have a way to pull that up in a different tab, I will vamp while you watch that, because
you just tell me about it. I don't want to stop the podcast. You just talk about it. I know what I saw is that like he gets covered in blood every time he kills somebody, and it slowly drips off of him.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's
wild to me. It's wild that they're going so mature, so R-rated with this game. It's crazy to me. But
I'd agree 100%.
Yeah.
But also, like, I don't know, the way it's animated, the way he moves, the way he's like, they get it.
Yeah.
Just like they got Spidey. Like,
yeah, right.
It looks like this is going to be a slam dunk. I may be partial. I don't know. No, I know I'm 100% partial. But as Hulk 340 is sitting there and I'm wearing a Wolverine shirt, it just seems like it fits the appropriate tone for Wolverine that I don't know. We never, especially in the early 90s and in the animated series and all that, we didn't get the fully brutal Wolverine. But you always kind of like the way he was written and the way he was described was him, though we didn't see it. This is seeing
Well, because
it.
they're all trying to keep a family audience necessary. You know,
Right.
especially like the X-Men, the cartoon series, that was for kids.
100%.
And the movies are trying to straddle the line between what's edgy for adults to dig into, but what can kids come to see too. So we never fully got like a
Right. This is full like Red Band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
And yeah, it looks like it's going to be a goddamn beautiful, happy, fun time.
Great.
And by happy and fun,
there,
I mean really bloody and brutal.
Yeah. What's the official release date?
Oh, sooner than I thought, I think.
I was gonna say it's this year. I guess we knew it was this year, but
September 15th. Ooh, I get a birthday present.
Okay. Ooh, yeah, nice. Birthday to you. That's exciting.
Yeah. So, holy shit, that'll be great.
Yeah, awesome.
Oh, they're launching they're launching a Wolverine PS5 with the game. If it's a yellow PS5 with his like that looks like his costume,
blue stripes on it, or
I'm 100% gonna have to think about trading my my current PS5 in for that.
Think so.
So yeah.
Well, speaking of animated versions of Wolverine and how the cartoon was safer, one thing we got last week was the trailer. First official trailer for X-Men 97 Season 2. X-Men 97 Season 1 took X-Men fans and nerds of all ages by storm. No pun intended. By storm.
Heyo.
When it came out in 2024, correct?
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Yeah. And now here's the trailer for Season 2. Different showrunner. That guy got fired for being hard to work with, from what I hear. They never really said.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, they didn't say, but you can infer that just by his reactions on social media.
There were some leaks and stuff. Yeah. And this is I had kind of forgotten how the way Season 1 ended on a crazy, classic X-Men weird time shift cliffhanger. kind of, you know. And so Season 2 finds the X-Men kind of scattered throughout time in, well, at least 2 different time periods. Some of the team is in ancient times, and some of the team is in the future.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, Steve, what did you think of this trailer?
I thought we saw a hell of a lot of homages to different eras of the X-Men.
Yes.
You know, we saw the Morrison suits. We saw like Jubilee in her 2010-ish suit, like which was, I think, part of was that spinning out of Generation X? Okay, back off the deep dive X-Men train. Varying degrees of, like, we got Polaris in there. We hit, old school Age of Apocalypse, or not Age of Apocalypse, like original. What is it? Rise of Apocalypse was the run where you get him and Ramatut. So Ramatut was the Pharaoh when Apocalypse rose to power.
Okay.
Ramatut being King the Conqueror, one of the Kangs.
Okay. Thank you for connecting those dots.
Yep. Sorry, gotcha there.
That's all right.
We're definitely getting that storyline. We're definitely getting some of the Cable, like various Cable storylines. Bobby DaCosta showed up at one point. Like, there's a great little mix of what we're seeing and what we're going to see that it's got me excited. I don't know if they're gonna blow through things as quickly as they did in the first season. Like,
right.
I hope they do. They did like whole arcs in an episode or two, and it was like, actually, for some reason, they made it work. Okay, let's go.
I hope they keep doing that, because that was some just
It-
pedal to the metal.
It was.
Ballsy storytelling in it. I loved it, man. Like, I appreciate that so much more than just like, hey, let's make this last an entire season kind of thinking. Like, no, tell the story, get it done so you can do something else interesting on top of that.
That
go your own way after that.
Yeah, and you if nothing, you cannot accuse X-Men 97 season 1 of being slow paced. There is no way, shape, or form.
No, sir.
Yeah, it just I need to rewatch that, but yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm actually kind of scrolling through I forgot we got Exodus and Danger. Like there's
I thought that was Danger.
Yeah.
It was a real quick shot,
Yep.
but I thought that
Yep.
was Danger. That made me excited because that's a cool arc for
Yep.
sure.
So
I think I remember being kind of like, I don't know about this when they revealed the time travel cliffhanger thing at the end of the first season. And still, even when they started this trailer, I was like, oh yeah, the time travel thing. I'm not like, sometimes time travel can be a thing where it's just like, I don't have any more good ideas. Let's just throw a time travel thing in there,
But also,
I really like that. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, timey-wimey bullshit has been a stalwart of the X-Men franchise for years.
Exactly.
So it actually, like, there's threads there, at least.
And I do really like how it seems like one team is at, like, Apocalypse's early days rise to power in Egypt, and the other team is in the future when he's, like, in charge of everything. So I like that it's not just they're just like, one of them's in ancient Egypt and one of them's in feudal Japan and one of them's over just like time travel for the sake of doing something cool. It seems like there's a point to the two time periods and they can affect each other probably, and like that's interesting to me, more so than just like, what would the X-Men be like in the Old West, something like that,
right? Or what would the X-Men be like if Morph turned into Deadpool?
Yeah, I saw that.
What?
Yeah, there's a couple interesting things happening there.
And in that shot, you saw the Brood. So
yes,
that'll be a thing.
Yeah. Because my only trepidation is that it is a different showrunner, regardless of that guy, being a weirdo. I just hope it's as good as the first one. But the other part of me is like, it's still unbelievable to me how good season 1 was.
Yeah.
So part of me is like, there's no way that this is going to be as good as season 1. It can't be, because season 1 was exceptional in a way that I did not expect at all. To the point where, like, still, if you talk about X-Men 97, my brain still tries to tell me, it was okay. But like, I know if I watched an episode, I'd be like, no, this is incredible.
Yeah.
What? Stop. Shut up, brain. This is great. It's just like my brain refuses to accept that it was that good, I guess, for some reason. I don't know why. So I've got to say, I'm trying to lower my expectations a little bit. And I'm a little, like I said, trepidatious of it because of the changes and because of, how do you follow a perfect season of television?
Right.
But we'll see. And we'll see on July 1st, less than a month away from X-Men 97 season 2. Very cool. Something I'm very excited about.
And I would be remiss if I didn't mention the closing shot of that trailer.
Remind me what it was.
100% the Frank Miller 1983 Wolverine #1 cover of him with the claws,
really?
the claws pointed up, and him going like this.
Oh yeah. He does say that thing. He's got a tag at the end of it. Yeah. Cool. That's right. I didn't connect it to the book, but that's cool.
Yeah.
Very
so
cool.
that's I saw that. I'm like, oh God, we're treading in the right territory. Between that and the amount of time that Kurt showed up, I'm like, all right, this is gonna be a good season of television.
Yeah, a lot of Kurt. So. Very cool. Have you been watching, because this is on now, I haven't started yet, I almost did, Spider Noir is out on Amazon Prime. Have you watched Spider Noir?
No, I saw that it came out and I haven't been able to find some time in life to do that.
Yeah. I've said this before, but like, TV is hard for me anyway to start, even if it's something that I love. I'm just like, oh, it's a show and not a movie. Okay. But it's a limited amount of episodes, so it should be easy to bang out.
I had that conversation, like, between my wife and I, like, our styles of watching TV are so drastically different. She is 100% a binger. I cannot binge anything. Like, I actively despise when we have more than a episode of something to catch up on.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's like the old school whatever. It's like I need to see an episode, digest what happened, and think about it, instead of just like, all right, I'm going to spend 3 hours watching 3 or 4 episodes of television and then have to try and remember what the hell I saw 3 hours ago, and maybe it made sense. And
I get that too, because like if you're watching like 3 1-hour episodes of a show and then you get to the end and the story is still not over, I'm like, oh my God, how much more of this is there? Right. I just watched 3 hours of this. I have 2 more hours.
Yeah.
This could have been a movie. That's what I'm saying. That's where my mind just all goes to, like, movies are better, more efficient storytelling.
See, and that's,
anyway.
For me, I'm almost like, I'm the opposite. There's a time and a place for TV. There's a time and a place for movies.
For sure.
And like long form stuff, Game of Thrones, no way they could have done it as a movie.
Yeah.
Even something as sprawling as what we're seeing with X-Men 97.
Yeah.
Trying to do that as an animated movie, no chance. But at the same time, like I still couldn't sit down and if when I go to rewatch X-Men 97, I'll watch an episode or 2 a day. I won't plug down 2 hours and watch 4 or 5 episodes and knock it out.
Right.
Like it's going to be like, okay, here's a couple more. Daredevil. When I tried to catch up on that, it was like, holy shit, these are 40-minute, because that was going concurrently. I'm watching Mall Shadow Lord that are like 20 minutes tight.
Quick
Everything
20.
is there, like real concise, to 40 minutes, and it's not like those were drawn out. Like Daredevil was not drawn out in any way, shape, or form. Like it was good, tight storytelling.
Very good. Yep.
But at the same time, it's 40 minutes versus 20, and I'm like, okay, breathe.
Yeah.
You're gonna make it.
Yep. Gonna be okay.
Yep.
It's gonna be okay. But yeah, I do want to watch Spider Noir, and I will likely start it soon.
Yep.
Looking forward to it. Something else that I'm really looking forward to seeing is Man of Tomorrow. And really nothing could keep me from being excited to see Man of Tomorrow. But this sure is making me even more excited to see Man of Tomorrow. A picture that James Gunn posted on Threads or on social media in general last week, a picture of Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor posing in a comic-accurate Lex Luthor green metal giant mechanical power suit from the set of Man of Tomorrow. This is something that has been seen in Superman comics for decades. Has never been in a movie. And the coolest thing about it is James Gunn claims the suit will be 100% practical. I'm sure there's going to be some CG shots of him like flying and punching or whatever. Like, the suit itself, when being worn, it's not like by the end of, by Endgame, Robert Downey Jr. is wearing like red shoulder pads and no other parts of an Iron Man suit at all. It's not going to be like that. I've seen, and he posted this because pretty shortly after there were set videos. They were filming outdoors somewhere, and there was set videos of David Cornsweet as Superman catching a rock or whatever, and it looked like a scene interacting, fighting possibly between him and Lex Luthor in this power suit.
Right.
And one of the shots I saw would look like a stunt double just walking towards the set wearing the suit, fully practical. He looked huge. He looked intimidating. I was like, oh my God, that thing really moves. It's crazy cool. It's crazy cool. So very excited about that. Did you have were you aware of this suit being a thing? Did you have any feelings upon seeing the picture of it?
I mean, I didn't have the visceral reaction you did just because the history isn't there, but I saw it and it looked cool as shit. when, like when you see effectively someone walking around in a suit of power armor, you're like, okay, how, why? I'm all
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't know what else to go with. Like, it just,
Yeah.
it looked cool as hell. And
Yeah.
yeah, like you said, there's gonna be, there might be some CGI enhancements here or there, like whatever. But the bulk of, and to me, the biggest thing is, especially with something like this, is the motion isn't going to be, oh wow, this looks like it's sped up or enhanced or whatever. Like, it's going to be him moving, so it's going to look as natural as a dude in a power suit is going to.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pumped about it. And it's something that, based on what we've seen of Superman so far, and I guess Peacemaker, being in the DCU, live action DCU stuff, it seems like something that fits in perfectly with what we've seen so far, design wise and aesthetic wise in those movies. I'm sure I'll feel that even more after seeing Supergirl in a couple weeks.
Well, design and aesthetic too, but they also have established, Superman's Fortress of Solitude and like Kryptonian technology and stuff like that, and the weird pocket dimensions in Peacemaker and like and in Superman. But like there's definitely proof that Mr. Terrific can make shit that's cool like that already.
That's true. Yeah,
so,
of course. Yeah,
like he's floating around on whatever the hell he's got there. Like
the technology is there.
Yeah, so it's not going to be way out of the, oh wow, where'd this come from? It's like, no, it's there's something backing it up at least.
Yeah. Yep. James Gunn also had this to say about Man of Tomorrow's villain being Brainiac. He said, quote, "Brainiac is what happens when intelligence loses all connection to humanity. And Superman is as human as anyone, so I get why they have beef." I thought that was an interesting way to describe Brainiac, but it perfectly, really a perfect description. What happens when intelligence loses all humanity? And that's an interesting, like, core description, I think, of that character. Very interested to see how they portray Brainiac.
Yeah.
And he's kind of like, Marvel's Ultron is to DC's Brainiac, like that's their kind of,
that puts it in perspective for me. I gotcha.
Yeah. Except like, Ultron is like made by Hank Pym or, Tony and, in the movies or whatever, but Brainiac is from space. He's like a extraterrestrial intelligence, artificial intelligence,
Gotcha.
So that's kind of like the difference. But I don't know, like there's complaints, people complain about how Ultron was portrayed in Age of Ultron, the film, so I'm like wondering what James Gunn has seen from that he can apply to how he's going to do it, but also the fact that he's from space, Brainiac's from space, might just make it easier in general. But I'm interested to see how the character is portrayed in live action, and is it a thing that can make a leap from a comic book page or from a cartoon to live action and still translate and make sense and not be silly or unbelievable. And I think that part of that is what happened with Ultron, where the route they went with him, some of it worked and some of it, I don't know, was a little convoluted or kind of hard to digest because, like, you're a super powerful robot. Literally nothing is stopping you. Like, you could be doing way worse than this. You could be causing more harm than you are causing, which seems like your goal. What's going on? So I don't know.
Right, that's your thing. Like, why? Come on, like, pick it up a little.
Do it. You start, making people's phones freak the fuck out while they're talking. You could just be causing mayhem on many levels, and you're not. Anyway, James Gunn also was asked on socials by some random user, said that they was wondering if we'd ever get to see General Zod, Doomsday, Dr. Fate, Black Adam, Ultraman with the Crime Syndicate, or Darkseid ever sometime in the DCU. Gunn responded by saying 2 of them in not too long. Let's go over that list again. General Zod, Doomsday, Dr. Fate, Black Adam, Ultraman with the Crime Syndicate, or Darkseid in the DCU. 2 of them in not too long. Now, one of these, to me, is obvious because we know that they announced a animated version of the Tom King, Mitch Gerard's Mr. Miracle adaptation, which tells me that Darkseid is going to be in that. So Darkseid, gotta be, and not too long.
Right.
The other ones are tough because Ultraman was in Superman, and he was a radically different version of the Ultraman that works with the crime syndicate from the comics, so I can't see it as that being a thing.
Fair.
Black Adam, I can't imagine them bringing Black Adam back so quickly.
Yeah.
After the debacle with The Rock. General Zod, I don't see them really doing that because you and I have talked, they've done General Zod a million times.
At the same time,
General
though,
Zod away.
at the same time, they're leaning so hard into the Kryptonian thing.
Yeah.
Like,
as soon as you said at the same time, I knew exactly where you were going. They are modeling.
Right. When I saw that list, similar to, like, I had the same reaction to Darkseid when it got there, but as soon as they said Zod, I'm like, well, the first two movies are Superman and Supergirl. Like, come on.
Yeah, they're working on Man of Tomorrow. Like, they're building the spine of this DCU on Superman and the Super family.
Right.
So you're right. That does leave a big door open for General Zod, but it also kind of leaves the door open for Doomsday in some way.
True.
Which we saw in one, a terrible portrayal of the character in a Batman versus Superman.
Oh, that was wonderful, Mike. That was absolutely an A+.
Yikes.
Dr. Fate, I don't know enough about to have an opinion on. So
Dr. Fate is crazy cool. He was also in Black Adam, but he was also a lot of people's favorite part of that movie, as portrayed by Pierce Brosnan. Really great casting for that character.
Oh, yeah.
And Dr. Fate is also like, he's definitely a lesser known DC character. He's kind of like the Doctor Strange of DC, but he kind of like shows up when he's needed. He rarely has his own like book, but he will show, if Dr. Fate shows up, then you're like, oh shit, something is really going wrong. Like, if Dr. Fate is here, we are fucked. So, and he's like, he's a very cool character. I would love it to be Dr. Fate because he's lesser known. Seems like James Gunn could be a big fan of Dr. Fate. So if I had to guess on a second one other than Darkseid being the Mr. Miracle thing, I'd say maybe Dr. Fate or Doomsday. But Steve, you make a good argument for General Zod. But if they do bring General Zod,
I don't want to see General Zod again.
Yeah,
but it just like it makes sense, kind of.
It does make sense. But I can also see that if they were going to give us General Zod, they could give us a radically different version of General Zod, maybe in a way that he's not the main antagonist in something, but he's mentioned or he's a background character, or maybe he's going to have a bit part in Supergirl. Maybe he's going to be on Krypton when it's exploding or something. I don't know. Maybe they'll just do something different with him.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows? We shall see, as in James Gunn says, not too long. Speaking of James Gunn, one of the first movies he ever wrote was a movie called Dawn of the Dead, which is directed by Zack Snyder, who went on to make the aforementioned train wreck of a movie, Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice. If you like that movie, I'm sorry. I think it's garbage. Sorry. But Zack Snyder, this is tangential to like nerdery in general, but like I said, not a whole lot going on news-wise. Zack Snyder apparently is being hired to write and direct a remake of the John Carpenter classic Escape from New York for Studio Canal. According to The Hollywood Reporter, quote, Snyder aims to make a more down and dirty movie using plenty of practical effects or locations like he did when he made Dawn of the Dead as his feature debut. More than that, than something more overtly slick, such as his later superhero films. Steve, I had a reaction to this, and then I thought about it, and I had a different reaction. Steve, what do you think?
I have no idea because I don't know if I can get past the visceral reaction when I read Zack Snyder anymore. Like I need to find a way to objectively think about it.
Yeah.
You know, does Escape from New York need to be redone? No. Does Wyatt Russell play Snake Plissken? Maybe.
Oh boy, I got way more interested when you said that.
You know, I don't know. It's I would much rather have him playing in something like this than in superhero-dom, including his own stuff, because I did try and watch one of those. Was it Rebel Dawn or whatever the hell?
Oh, Rebel Moon?
That's it. I think I got through like 20-ish minutes.
Oof.
Wasn't great. Yeah.
I only saw Escape from New York for the first time within the last like 6 months.
Oh, okay.
I'd never seen it before.
Yep.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it seems like a gap in your...
Yeah.
I mean, I'd assume that's why you watched it within the last 6 months, is you realized there was a gap in your movie-ness.
There's a gap in my... it was a blind spot for me, and I think I was just like, I should watch more John... There's too many John Carpenter movies that I haven't seen. I should watch more John Carpenter movies. And I picked that one. I thought it was great. I liked it a lot. I think Zack Snyder, as mixed bag of a filmmaker as he may be, Zack Snyder is really good visual director. He's like he knows how to shoot something and make it look good. Look good.
He makes some of George Lucas's decisions look like they are absolutely expert.
I think in general, I think Escape from New York is a good fit for somebody like Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
Now, I wish he wasn't writing it. I don't think he's a good writer. I don't think he understands character as much as he understands like cool action beats and things. And he really understands cool action beats and things. That's why I think Dawn of the Dead is Zack Snyder's best movie. It's his first movie ever made, but he didn't write it. James Gunn wrote it. James Gunn is someone who understands character and motivations and why somebody does something in the first place, but also why that decision leads to this happening, And Zack Snyder just kind of seems like, wouldn't it be cool if this happened? Then wouldn't it be cool if this happened? Then wouldn't it be cool if this happened? And there's not a whole lot of connection, or like the action is not tied to what the characters think or feel or anything like that.
You're asking a lot here, Mike. You're asking a lot.
I'm just asking for someone else to write this movie and not Zack Snyder. That's all I'm asking.
Fair.
I think if James Gunn wrote a remake of Escape from New York and Zack Snyder directed it, it would be fucking rad.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
Brian Rollins, noted shitty movie watcher.
That's true. Yep.
Dare I say connoisseur of shitty movies?
I think you could say that.
Rebel Moon 2 is a close worst stinker ever.
Wow.
And this is a man who knows bad movies.
He sure does. It's crazy that he made 2 of them. That Netflix was just like, yeah, make 2 of these. We'll give you money for 2 movies.
I think they greenlit 2 out of the gate, right? It was like, this is going to be a 2-movie thing.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy that they gave him money to make 2 movies without knowing if the first one was going to be.
Well, Netflix also hasn't made the best decisions on stuff before.
That's true.
So
that's true. Yeah, I don't know who plays Snake Plissken. You made a joke about Wyatt Russell, but I mean he's a good choice. But he's also not like Wyatt Russell's a little more like he's a little less edgy than his dad is.
Yeah.
Or was, I should say. Kurt Russell's pretty not edgy currently. Current Kurt Russell is not, I would say, edgy. But 1981 or 84, whenever this was.
Oh, that was peak edgy.
Peak badass Kurt Russell, right? Yeah. And I feel like casting this movie is also like, you can't just get some like great, some super hot model dude with a chiseled jaw to come in and play this character. Because there's a lot of like, there is some nuance there. There's not a whole lot, I guess. It's just kind of like a crazy action movie. But I don't know. I just hope that they don't go the easy route and they cast interesting actors for these roles. Like Donald Pleasance plays the president and he speaks with a British accent for no reason. The president of the United States is British.
Because why not?
You do that again? You're going to cast a British guy to play the president and not change the accent? That'd be funny. They did that.
Who else was in that? Was it one of the old Western guys? Was it?
Yeah, there's
Lee
like
Van
some
Cleef?
really great, like, yes, Van Cleef. Yes, that's his name. Yeah, the guy from Good, Bad, and the Ugly.
Yep.
Yeah. And there's some other like cool character actors, for sure, in that movie. So I don't know. I'll be interested to see who gets cast and what the take is if there's a different one.
What do you go for someone like a, my brain goes to it just because of Punisher and Daredevil recently, but do you go for someone like a John Bernthal?
You could.
It's almost a different
too,
kind of, yeah.
It's almost too close to the Punisher. It's almost like a little on the nose, kind of. I'd almost want someone that like you wouldn't expect. That like a Michael Keaton cast for Batman situation where people are like, what? But then he's fucking great. Or like Ledger and Joker kind of thing. Just like,
all right.
Of course, it doesn't make sense. It's Snake Plissken, and then you're like, oh shit, dope, crushes it.
What was?
You got somebody?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who could do that? Like Oscar Isaac or something? I don't know. It's the first guy I thought of. He's just a great actor. He could do it.
He could do it. Right.
Yeah.
Huh. More to come on this.
I don't know if he looks grizzled enough though. Like he's a pretty like.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like a soft, handsome man, and not like a rough around the edges, like hard-boiled guy. So I don't know.
Well, when this was made, Kurt Russell wasn't.
I guess that's
true.
true.
He coming off like Disney movies and shit?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I always forget that he was a child actor in Disney stuff. I'm not familiar enough with his career, but I think there's a chance that this is the movie that made him an action.
Yeah. 81 sounds about right.
Because then next year is The Thing. He makes The Thing in 88. Thing comes out in 82, also with John Carpenter.
God, John Carpenter's made some really fucking bangers, hasn't he?
Yeah, Halloween, baby. The man. Anyway, I don't know. I'll be interested to see this progress, and I don't know. I hope it's good. Hope it looks good.
Rollins says it's going to be Jason Statham.
Yeah. I've never seen Escape from LA. I've heard it's really bad, but I feel like I should see it because I've seen Escape from New York. I want to see Escape from LA, but I've heard it's bad. Yeah. Brian Rollins, have you seen Escape from LA? It's supposed to be bad.
96. That was right in that Waterworld wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Apparently Bruce Campbell was in Escape from LA.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I want to watch it more now. Whoa. Okay.
Peter Fonda.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Sure.
All right, let's go.
Set in the near future world of 2013. First one was set in what, 96?
97. 1997.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yep. I'm not a doctor, but I don't think any of that happened in 97.
Yeah.
I was there.
So this probably is going to take place in the future as well.
I mean, by that logic, it'll be like 2039.
Yeah, you're right. But it's also, I feel like it's a harder sell in 2026 that we would just build a wall around the island of Manhattan into prison. Like that's a hard premise to swallow. But also, they don't really go into why in the it's the opening text is like Manhattan has been walled off and is a prison. This is the movie you're watching. Take it or leave it.
Yep.
They don't say they don't give you a big backstory as to why they had to do that. They're just like, this is the way it is now.
All right.
Here's the story.
Moving on.
Yeah. Moving on. Exactly.
Speaking of moving on.
Do you have a comic to review this week? I do not.
I do, and it's around here somewhere. But last week, it's literally right down there. But I'm not going to scroll back and get it because my headphones are not that long. Last week, one of the new DC Next Level books launched.
Okay.
The Dead Man.
Ooh, that's right.
Next Level, for anyone who doesn't or didn't pick up on it, kind of the transition after the All-In label that they did. But I guess it's supposed to pick up a lot of the more obscure and off the beaten path superheroes and characters.
Okay.
Dead Man being one of them.
For sure. Love that. I love Dead Man though, but yeah.
I had absolutely zero inklings of Dead Man or anything.
Oh, great. Okay.
And it was a solid number one. It was done by the team. I can't remember who the hell it was because of course I left the book over there. But it was the same team that did Superman, the Krypton. Last year was the Krypton Spectrum.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think they also did Ice Cream Man.
Oh, cool.
So, overall, good jumping on point. Enough exposition on the backstory of Dead Man and the character without going overt on it.
I was gonna say, if it was an origin or not? Or
no, it's they touch on it. It's a very verbose book. There's a lot of words, but
a lot of text. Yeah.
Ultimately, I mean, I'm interested enough to grab 2.
Nice.
So
cool.
Brian,
he's a very cool character.
Brian confirms Ice Cream Man team, and also confirms a lot of dialogue.
All right. Cool. Dead Man's really cool. Often associated with the, Justice League Dark or the dark side of DC. At least he's shows up with Swamp Thing or Constantine or Phantom Stranger.
Nice.
Sometimes in Batman, he's in an episode of. It's just reminded me of something that did drop this week. Dead Man is in an episode of Batman Caped Crusader, which this week announced is coming back for a season 2. I think we knew there was going to be a season 2, but I've just heard nothing about production or anything like that. But it's coming out July 31st. It's pretty soon. They just announced it. Little less than 2 months away.
Nice.
July 31st, Amazon Prime. Caped Crusader has become a thing where if I am just tired or there's just not anything else that I can think to watch, I'm just I'll rewatch an episode of Caped Crusader. So I've been slowly kind of working my way through it in the last couple of weeks for a rewatch. So perfect timing to see a season 2.
Nice.
Very happy about that. And I'm happy that you are enjoying Dead Man. But this week, at your local comic book store, you may find the following books: Absolute Catwoman, number 1. Action Comics, number 1099. Alien, King Killer, number 3. Avengers Armageddon, number 1. Barbara Gordon Breakout, number 2. Bishop, number 1. Black Cat, number 1. Captain Marvel Dark Past, number 3. Daredevil, 3. The Orc, number 5. Emperor Aquaman, number 18. Fall of the House of Slaughter, number 2. The Fury of Firestorm, number 3. Godzilla's Monsterpiece Theater presents Godzilla's The Odyssey, number 1. That's Godzilla's The Odyssey, number 1. Green Lantern Corps, number 17. Jay and Silent Bob, Jays of Future Past, number 1. I believe that is a Jay and Silent Bob meet the Marvel Universe crossover.
That is exactly what that is, my friend.
Seems very fun. Justice League Dream Girls, a DC Pride event, number 2. Mask, number 1. Not The Mask, M-A-S-K. I don't know what it stands for. 80s cartoon Mask, number 1.
And that is something that they're doing a blind bag 24-hour drop on over at our good friends at Funky Town Comics and Vinyl.
Funky Town Comics. That's right. That's right. Monsters in Love, a Pride anthology from Dark Horse Comics, number 1. The Mortal Thor, number 11. The Century, number 4. Star Wars Shadow of Maul, number 4. Supergirl, 14. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, number 19. Tigress Island, number 4. Transformers, 33. Wolverine, 21. And X-Men, 31. Bam. Lots of cool stuff at your local comic book store this week. It's going to be real hard for me not to want to check out Jay and Silent Bob, Jays of the Future Past. That's going to be hard for me.
Kevin Smith writing it, too.
I was going to say, assuming that Kevin Smith wrote it, that's like a dream come true for him. To
Yeah.
have
Oh,
his character
100%.
in the Marvel Universe, that's
And-
like such a dream come true for him.
And the premise of it is that Doom basically says that they have to die.
Okay.
So the Avengers and the X-Men and the Fantastic Four team up to help save Jay and Silent Bob.
Save them. That's a good premise. That's
Yeah.
a good premise for that kind of thing, for sure.
So
Any kind of weird crossover like that is all about the premise. If you can make a premise that is like, makes some kind of sense, even if it's like, would Doctor Doom give a shit about Jay and Silent Bob? No, probably not. Would he know who they were? No, probably not. But like, I don't know, he does, and now they have to be protected.
Yep.
I don't know. Like, it just works. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I haven't read the book yet, so we'll see.
But
it's all about the premise. It's all about why are these people coming together. And if it's because, well, we have to protect you, we don't care who you are. We've never seen Mallrats or whatever. We just know we have to protect you.
I just realized we had a reference in our conversation earlier this week from Jay and Silent Bob.
We did? Oh, that's right. Yeah, we did. Yeah. $15, little man.
Oh,
Did you ever see? I never saw Jay and Silent Bob reboot. Did you ever see that?
no. That was one of those
I
where
never
I'm
saw
like,
that.
I should see that. And then it never happened.
Yeah, and Clerks 3 I never saw. Did you know he made a Clerks 3?
No.
Yeah.
Did I?
I think he made it, but it was just like, it didn't get a wide release. He made it kind of independently, like kind of toured it around the country, I think. It never got a super wide release, but I need to do my due diligence as a Kevin Smith fan and jump on those two movies. I haven't seen them.
Correct me if I'm wrong. He got Dogma back, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
That movie was so goddamn good.
I was so obsessed with that movie for such a long time that I'm nervous to rewatch it. If I don't like it as much as I used to like it, I'll be like devastated.
I watched
And
it
I can see like
last
it's
year.
probably not, maybe it doesn't hit as hard, but you watched it last year?
I watched it last year. Same boat as you on that. Like,
yeah,
watched it religiously, no pun intended, for a good bit, and like watched it last year, and I'm like, you know what? There's some stuff that doesn't work, but in general, it's still a goddamn good movie.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Kevin Smith in general doesn't get enough credit for, I would give him credit for inventing nerd culture as it exists today, with a couple lines in Clerks about how many innocent people were on the Death Star, contractors,
Right.
or whatever, like got destroyed. Like, that is all of fandom.
Yeah.
Now, that's all it is. And there were little pockets of that happening. Obviously, he brought that shit into the mainstream and kept it there with Mallrats and Chasing Amy and Jay and Silent Bob shit. Like,
Yep.
Let's just, like, I remember seeing Clerks for the first time. I'm watching two characters in not a Star Wars movie have a conversation about Star Wars. Yeah. I was like, this is blowing my mind. Now that's all pop culture is. There's Star Wars references in every fucking thing.
Yeah.
It's all over the place.
When and haven't seen Star Wars. How many times have we, like, in that recap episode this week, Alex 100% is like, it's everywhere.
It's on Gilmore Girls. It's on Gilmore Girls. It's on Sex and the City or whatever. Yeah, for sure. Yes, totally.
Jeopardy questions, like everywhere.
Yeah. But like, that's the first time that I ever saw two characters talking about Star Wars in a movie or in a TV show or anything like that. Now it happens all the time. It's always like side character conversation, you know.
Yep.
I don't know. It's always there. And Kevin Smith deserves more credit for that, I think. I know he's been like in conversations to direct stuff that is like a Marvel movie or a DC movie, and he has said he's kind of backed out, I think, a few times. Like he was offered like an MCU movie at one point.
Oh, was he?
I think so. And he was like, he didn't have the confidence in himself to do it, really. I'm just like, man, you should fucking do it. I think he could do a good job with the right team with him. I think he'd crush it. He's got it. It's like, he's got all that knowledge. It's in there as far as what these heroes look like and sound like and should act like. Got it.
He did a bunch of TV superhero stuff. Directed a
That's
bunch
true.
of
Yeah,
episodes
he did a lot
of
of Arrowverse
Flash.
stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep, that's true. That's
I
true.
would assume something else. I don't know.
I would too. Even if he just like wrote something, you know, let him write. You know, James Gunn, call Kevin Smith, let him write something.
Right. Another guy who gets like, I mean, if you can make Clerks work.
Yeah. Yeah. Like who's like a fun, like Booster Gold. Fucking, they're working on Booster Gold.
Yeah.
Kevin Smith in that writing room. See if he wants to contribute an episode or whatever. You know,
that'd be great.
It'd be perfect. Yeah. Anyway, Steve, I think that's all I have to say.
I think it might be, but before we do sign off, since we forgot to plug it at the beginning, in 2 weeks, you will be able to catch Mike and myself out at Nickel City Comic-Con.
Yes, that's true. Last weekend of June, we're going to be in Buffalo, Nickel City Comic-Con. You may also catch an appearance from comic book artist extraordinaire Riley McFarlane, who's planning on coming down and hanging out for a little bit.
But it's so far away.
Yeah, not really. Yeah,
it's like, oh, one city over. Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna be there all weekend. It's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday kind of thing.
Yep.
And we're gonna be there, hanging out, selling my comics, and talking whatever you want to talk about. So if you are in the Buffalo area, come on to Nickel City Comic Con next week and find us in what I can only assume will be a absolute sea of other vendors trying to sell you stuff.
Yeah, because holy shit. Did you see the list from that show of people
also,
that are going to be there?
Also, real quick, also shout out someone else is going to be there. We may or may not be next to this person. My other artist extraordinaire, Matt Flint, has a booth at Nickel City Comic. I requested that we be put next to each other, but I don't know if they're able to do that or not. But yeah, do you want to meet Samwise Gamgee himself? Sean Astin is going to be there.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
You
want to meet Spike from Buffy the Vampire Slayer? James Marsters is going to. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you can meet Samwise and Mike Gibson in the same trip. In the same room.
What? One trip. Samwise Gamgee, Spike, Mike Gibson, Hellboy is going to be there.
Yeah, Ron Perlman
is going to be there.
Oh, and Fabian Nicieza? Like,
oh, yeah, there's some good comic people, too, that are there. Oh, boy. Yeah, it's a good lineup.
Apparently, possibly Richard Westfall.
Whoa, biggest celebrity of the weekend. What?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I hope that happens. My God. Cool. So, yeah, come on out to Nickel City Comic-Con. Say hello to Steve and I. We talk about comics or Star Wars or anything in between. And yeah, go listen or watch Haven't Seen Star Wars. If you've only listened to it, you should watch it on YouTube. You can see our beautiful faces. If you've only watched it, you could listen to it and hear our beautiful voices in your ears even closer than they were before. Somehow, I don't know.
Yeah. And while you're doing that, you should, leave a review, like, subscribe, do the whole YouTube pleasantries thing for this, for anything you want to see our content in. Please do that because it helps, the computers and all the AI data centers figure out that people want to hear our voices.
Yeah.
Because that's totally how that works. But Yeah, no,
Yep.
that's all I got, man.
Well, that's all I got as well. So haven't seen Star Wars is off tomorrow, but tune in the following Sunday, the 15th, for our episode on the Phantom Menace, and we will see you next time at the Multiverse Report. As the two suns set over the burnt corpses of Owen and Brulars, we say thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the multiverse.